Hey, I just came from a Trader Joe's shop and I wanted to share with you what I was able to get for under 50, I think it was $57. I bought some things last week. I didn't really need to buy a lot. Usually my shop is at least 100. So I was really looking through it and thought I'd like to share it with you because right now getting the most for our money in the grocery store is something pretty important to me. I'm sure it is to you as well. So I'm going to turn this around. And here I go. So I'm cutting back a lot of grains and dairy this time. So it was a little helpful to stay a little more lean. And I got this kind of creamer because I'm really cutting both coffee and dairy. So I don't love vanilla, but Ben really does. So it'll help me slow down and it'll give him what he wants. And we can both be dairy free. After the whole C thing, we're both working on our respiration and sinus areas and all of that, just trying to stay well and get rid of whatever. So I like to keep this on hand, and I found it in the organic version. The regular version not only is near $10 a bottle now in the grocery store, but it has MSG in it and probably just oils, seed oils you definitely don't want. So this was a real find, and it was under $3. Got eggs for under $4. Nice ones. Not like my friends that have their little free-range chickens that I love. But it is organic, and they were $3.79. Trying a new butter. Usually I do Kerrygold like most of us, but this was 20 cents less and still had all the same components, just milk and salt, cream and salt, nothing in it. And yeah, I'm always stocking up on the butter because that's my source besides my lard or tallow. This I'm going to make and use the bones for a broth. I like to keep putting the broth back, and this will give us many meals, probably 5. Ben goes to lunch with 1 or 2. We have one together when it roasts, and then I'll take a lunch or something along the way. Argentinian red shrimp wasn't there last time, so I was thrilled to find this, although it had gone up $2. So it is wild, it is raw, so I cook, I don't know, depends on how hungry, if I'm using it just as a side or if I'm doing the whole protein as this. I think I'll give them 6 to maybe 10 or 12, depending with whether I make a sauce with it. I sometimes get an Alfredo sauce. Sometimes I just put it with tomatoes and, peppers and onions. Sometimes in a quesadilla. Lots of ways we can use that, and they're big and they taste like a langostino or even a little bit of a lobster tail. So it seems like we're really splurging on this one, but quite a few meals out of it, and it's good to get a little seafood in the mix. Yeah, look at this. So 14, I was trying to see 14 grams of protein and only a half gram of fat. So it's a really good. So then I'm going to do like a jambalaya style as well with riced cauliflower instead of rice, the shrimp, and I have these from my last week's grocery. So they're not organic, but they don't have nitrates. That was my first thing, and I don't think they had the oils that I am not wanting to be. 2 grams of carbs and only, well, it is high, so 14 grams of protein and 16 grams of fat. So this is a really good way to get a meal in with one of those links. So then I got Brussels sprouts, carrots, broccoli florets, and some lovely blueberries that the gal said was the best she's tasted all year, and they were $4.49 for 11 ounces, not just the small one. So I wanted some of their organic lunch meat to roll up and eat quick meals, but they didn't have any, so I got their white chicken. It's like $3.99 a container. It's a good thing to not only have here in my working pantry, my stuff for the week, but also to take 1 or 2 extra each grocery haul to put in my prep stock. So I highly suggest that you take your favorite things like that and put them away quickly because the prices are rising, if nothing else. Okay, so I'm coming out of a place where I need accountability. So I'm just like raw coming back to it. I really need to get my sugars under control. I've been doing my blood sugars and and I'm putting things here. I'm definitely serious about this because, I'm definitely seeing the insulin resistance, and my grandmother was diabetic. It's just time for me to pull it together. So I feel emotional about it, but our bodies are a temple. We are being called to higher things, not just the fun we want to have and the adventures we want to do, but the ministries and the activities, the calling that God's put on our lives. He just wants us whole. And I have limped along for a while, and I've overcome, and I've limped, and I've overcome, and so have you. And we've been also searching for the right information and the right thing. And then we've been assailed with things like these viruses and this tick-borne thing that I got hold of. And it does take you off your game. But as long as we're getting back up and getting back on our game, and I'm ready to do that. I watch my 67-year-old husband, who I just admire so much. I watch him just have periods of getting busy with the house and working harder and not getting out there, but getting back out there when he decides to and barely missing a beat. I mean, he takes care of his body. He has great genes, so that's a big part of it. But okay, maybe I have some challenges in that department, but I know that. So I can't afford to come off of the C virus and be eating just whatever for forever. At some point you got to call it done and move along to get the results we're looking for. And my who and my do were not matching up, so it's time to get back to the right do and stop doing what I was doing. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, let me know. And hey, what's your favorite thing to stock up on at the grocery store? And are you vegetarian, or how do you tend to eat? Are you a meat eater? I'm kind of curious as to what people are buying at the store. Love y'all.